Hello everyone. So this is November 2025, question number 3. Please pause the video and solve and then we will discuss. Okay. Now what they are asking is go through this graph paper as well. Yeah, so the error bars are for the value of V, which is the volume, whereas the time has negligible errors. So the first A part is asking us to draw the line of best fit for these data on graph. Extrapolating your line to V-axis means you have to find out the y-intercept. So I have drawn it smoothly here. I have a function to make a smooth curve, but in your exam, use a sharp pencil and don't use the pen because you may need to change it. You can't be able to draw exact in the first attempt. So use pencil and try to draw as smooth as possible. Make sure that your line passes through the error bars. Like it should not go beyond the error bars. It should be within the error bars for each point. The line that passes must be between the error bars and you have to extend it smoothly so that it cuts the y-axis. Okay, so that is the answer for the part 1. Estimate the initial volume of the foam. Now, initial means at t equals to 0, what would be the value? So if you look here, if I zoom it here, this is 45, 46, 47, and 48. So almost 48, there is a little bit range in your marking scheme as well. It doesn't matter if you don't have exact 48, if it is plus minus something that you will see in the marking scheme, that will be considered. So as of now, for me, it is 48. So I will write it down here. The estimate the initial volume is 48 centimeter cube. So let us see the marking scheme. So as you can see, curve within all error bars, if it is passing, it is 1. And it is mentioned that you have to be a little bit lenient about the smoothness of the curve for the examiner. So if it is passing through all the points, you will give 1 mark. For part A, second, curve extrapolated to V-axis and intercept read correctly within half a square. Like if it is readable completely, or you can, the best way is to answer the exact value that you will have on the y-axis. You can see units are not required, but it's already given, so write it down. Allow the range of plus minus 2 centimeter cube. So if your answer is like 46 to 50 centimeter cube, that range, that your answer will be considered correct. Okay, it's easy one. Now pause for part B. Solve both part B first and second. Give it a try. This is a good one. Okay, so if you know about the radioactive decay part, we also have a similar curve like this, the exponential decay part. So explain how the data from the VT graph can be tested to decide whether the foam experiment can be modeled into a radioactive or not. So we know that if you know the radioactive decay process, we can simply say check the half-life. That's the most easiest way to see. Check the half-life. What is half-life? The time it takes to reach half of its initial value. If that remain constant, that means it is following the model of radioactivity decay, right? So check the half-life is constant for the model to be considered as related to a radioactive nuclei. Okay, so that you can see. Show using the data whether the graph and your test from B part the student suggestion is correct. So whether this suggestion is correct or not, that it is similar to an exponential decay, that is the radioactivity decay, right? So what we are going to do now is we will look back to the values. So let us say the initial value is 48. Let me mark it here. So this is 48. Now what's the half of 48 is 24. So if I go back here and if I see 24, it will be this part, right? So if it is considering the graph here, it is coming to this part and then this is my 24, right? Then the next one, half of 24 will be 12. So this is 10, 11, and then 12. So this is 12. So the 12 is going somewhat. Let me zoom it here. This is 12, so this is going almost here, and this point is almost here, right? So this is 520, 40. If you look here, this is having a division of 500 and this is 600. So each division is 20 here. 20, 40, 60. So 560, you can say this is 560. This is 240, 60, 70, 275, I think. Yeah, 275 almost roughly, right? So I think I made this correct. Yeah. So what you can do is to prove this, we can say that at t equals to 0, the V is 48 centimeter cube. So at, or you can say we need to prove this now. So when V is 48 centimeter cube at t equals to 0, so when V becomes half, which is 24 centimeter cube, the t is 275 second. So this is the first half life, right? So again, then again half at 12 centimeter cube, the t is 560 minus 275, which is 285 second, right? So roughly you can say, let me see, 224, this is 275. Yeah, so roughly we can say this is within the experimental range. So we can say, yeah, the suggestion is correct because the data lies. So almost you can say the t half is almost, or you can t half is within, this is the best way, within the experimental range, within the experimental range. And therefore, the student suggestion is correct. So let us see what the marking scheme says about these two questions. So you can say propose a workable method used to test suggestion, which is checking the half-life, which we have considered that the half-life or the decay constant is remaining the same. Constant ratio test for equal time changes using values from the graph line. So the change in the volume should remain constant for equal interval of time. You can choose your own time interval and then you can choose the ratios, initial over final. That ratio needs to be the same as equal interval changes. The value of the gradient proportional to V, the gradient should be proportional to V, and fits data from the point ln V equals to C minus KT in some way, which is nothing but the radioactivity equation. If you have learned about the unit E, you will learn about these equations, which are even given in your data booklet in the form of like exponential decay activity A equals to A naught E raised to power minus lambda T, or n equals to n naught e raised to power minus lambda t, like this. If you convert into a log form, this will get into this equation. But as of now, I think the best way is to check the half-life, which is the most easiest way to solve this question. Now for the B second, again they have mentioned the same thing. Correctly uses the two data points on the graph. Three or more data point was suitable comment. So we have used the half-life comment. Second half-life, which is almost the same, right? Which is almost 280 second. We are getting 275, but calculation must be checked. So we are almost on the same line. So the answers are perfectly correct, right? If you have any doubt, you can comment below. I will try my level best to clear all your doubts, guys. Okay, so here if you see the part C, the student decide to stop the experiment when the volume foam has decreased by 7/8 of its original volume predict the time at which the student will stop the experiment. Now, if you look here, they are asking 7/8 of its original volume. So we know that our original volume is what, 48. Now it is decreased to 7/8. How much will be remaining? Remaining will be how much? 1/8, right? So 1/8 is how many half cycles? So half cycle means it is decreasing every time half of its initial value. So when we will get 1/8, 1/8 of this value. So we'll get 1/8 means 1 by 2 times 1 by 2 times 1 by 2. So three half cycles, after three half cycles, so like in the, we can only go to second half life. So after this, when it will be 12 to 6, so let us say this is 5, this is 6. So we don't have a graph here, but if we try to extend this graph, we'll get some data on the x-axis, right? So either you can extend the graph, like you can plot the extra spaces provided. So this is 500, 600, 700, and then 800, right? And then you will expand this like this, right? Somewhat like this, and this will be 6 will be somewhat here. So you will get an answer if you extend the values. Otherwise, we know that it is how many half-life. After three half cycles, uh, the volume will be, the volume left will be, if it is decreased 7 by 8, it will be left will be 1/8. So I can simply say the half life, the time it takes will be 3 times of the t half value. So 3 times of, if you round off, like if you take the half life here is um this is 275, this is 285. So if we take an average, we can say 280. So 2 3 times of 280 will be 5, no, sorry, this will be 0 8 24 840 seconds, right? So this will be the time at which the volume will be decreased by 7/8 of its original volume. So let us see what marking scheme says. Yeah, so there are different ways to solve. So the best is considering the three half-life. So if your answer is approximately in the range of 780 to 900, that is acceptable. So we have taken the average of our half-life. One was 275, one was 285. So I take the middle value, which is 280, comes out to be. So 280 times 3 is 840 seconds. So that's the answer for your part C. You can also use the decay constant, the equations that are given in your data booklet. To first, you have to find out this thing because it is accepting, as I mentioned earlier. That will also give you 840, and the ranges, if you do the extension of the graph, you will get this 780 to 900. Okay, so I hope guys I have solved all the questions of November 2025 paper 1B. If you have not watched my previous videos, you can check the playlist given in the description. Keep learning. See you in the next video.